Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Hacking Self-Storage. Today is, it's Monday evening. I just got back from holiday again, so apologies. This message is one day late. I've got my laptop now fixed, so when I go away again, I can record on the actual Monday for you guys, because I know that a lot of people like to see how we've done in the previous week. And so Monday evening, this will be coming up Tuesday morning, and then we've got another great episode, by the way, on Wednesday. Really do think it's a good one, so you should check it out. Okay, so last week, how did we do? If you remember me saying that we're going to have a bad week, and we did. At the minute, we're like 1,590 square foot down this month. However, we've been pulling the levers and pulling the drivers, and we have changed. Obviously, now we're doing half price offer back for the first 4 weeks. So we are changing, and the quotes have changed again, because obviously we was losing square footage and the conversions wasn't good. So we had to pull one of those levers, one of those drivers, and we pulled it, and it's changed things around. And now moving forward, I would expect that we will have a very, very good end of August. This next week, it looks like we're still going to lose square foot. Well, after Monday's figures, it definitely looks like we're going to lose square footage this week. However, things have significantly improved in terms of reservations. So last week we had 68 quotes. Whoa. That's absolutely bananas. So that's an average of 9.71 quotes per day. Number of reservations was 16. So we had 16 reservations. That is a percentage rate conversion between quotes to reservations of 23.52%. Not where we want to be. Don't forget, we want to be around about the anything over 25%, 25 to 30%. 30% is where I want to hit. So we're just a bit below where's okay. So it's still below par. However, it's changing in the right direction now. It's trending in the upwards direction. Number of forward move-ins was 5. So that's 31% of our reservations were forward move-ins. And we also had move-ins of 8. And that's a conversion rate of 12% quotes to move-ins. Now, we want to be around about 25, anywhere between 20 and 25%. 25% is where we're looking for. So obviously last week was very, very poor. And that is following on from the previous weeks where we had no half price offer. So that obviously makes a big difference. And you can tell that that has impacted us, because we've not only put prices up, but we've taken away all offers as well. And so when you do that, yes, revenue goes forward. However, we have took a hit with the new move-ins. So it's yin and yang, and we've just got to change things up a little bit and make sure we find that Goldilocks zone, not too hot and not too cold. And we are getting there now. So I feel like we're making improvements on that. So square foot moved in last week was only 550. That's new square foot in, 550. Other move-ins were 1. That means in total we had 600 square foot move-in. When I say other move-ins, that is people who are taking extra rooms, changing from one room to another room. So we was an extra 50 square foot there. Number of times that the van was rented out. This is interesting, at least for me anyway. Transit 4. Have a guess? You want to guess? Luton. I bet none of you has got this one right. You might have now. Come on. What do you think it is? 8. So the Luton van was rented out twice in one day, which was terrific. So 8. Yes, Luton van. Okay, where did our quotes come from? 47 came from Google. That is 69%. Word of mouth was 7. That's 10%. Passing by was 9. That's 13%. Beverly 24 was 0. Used before, and social media was 2. And so that's 3%. And then we had blog, which was 1, which was 1.47%, so 1%. And then we had estate agents, removals, Bing, and leaflet on 0. So square foot moved in last week. We know is 600. Square foot moved out. I'm not going to tell you until we have a word from our sponsors. And normally it's a cup of tea I drink when we're doing this, but it's a glass of wine that I'm having tonight. Right, so that means that the square foot moved out was 1,250. So it was negative 650. Amount of rooms moved in was 9. Amount of rooms moved out was 20. So total internal rooms occupied is now 380. No containers in, no containers out. And so we've got 29 containers rented out. Again, no parking in, no parking out. So we got 13 car parking spaces rented out. Store occupancy, we're down to 86.11%. Now, I'm very, very pleased that we made the changes before this weekend, this week. I'm glad that we took a hold of this last week and we have made the changes. And so we'll see that store occupancy now creep up after this week. This week is still pretty poor, but the week after is looking pretty good on the reservations. So yeah, that high price offer has definitely helped. And obviously, I'll do another podcast about profit and stuff. We've just done July figures. Although we are losing square footage, we have had the most profitable month ever. Even our true period revenue, that was in July, our true period revenue is around about £1,000 up from July, from August to from July to August. So it's, yes, we're losing square footage, but the revenue has been fantastic. So it's a real balancing act. It really is. Like I say, to run a self-storage facility is not difficult. It's very simple and easy. To run a self-storage very, very well and optimize everything, it's tough. It's difficult. There's testing, trial, errors. And yeah, I find it fascinating. I really do find it fascinating. We pull one lever, we lose here, but then we pull another lever, we get something back, and then but ultimately we're winning because yes, we've increased our profit. We've increased our prices 20%. However, by doing that, we have lost square footage, we have lost customers, but we've increased our revenue something like £14,000. I don't know the exact figures since we've done it. £14,000. I mean, how is that possible? We've lost square footage. Well, how is it? Obviously, it's possible because of we've actually charging more. So we've lost square footage, but we've actually gained like £14,000 to the bottom line every single month. I mean, that is huge. And so, yeah, when you talk about store occupancy, yeah, it's nice to go around saying, yeah, we're 95% full. Yeah, it is. But I would much rather be 86% full and be £14,000 better off than be 93% full and be £14,000 worse off, because it's just a vanity metrics. It doesn't matter how occupied you are. All that matters is your profit and your revenue. Don't get me wrong. If you don't balance it out and be careful of the occupancy, then it will start affecting your revenue. So you've got to be careful. You've got to be aware of that. But at the minute, it's a correct thing to do for us. It's a right thing to do for us. And it's increased profitability hugely for us at the minute. And we've just got to make sure now that we don't take our eye off the game too much with the occupancy. And we know the quotes are there. So what do we need to do? We need to have a look at the quotes, the conversion rates. What is affecting the conversion rates? How can we improve it? And then we've simply brought back, we know the team's good. We know the sales process is good. We know all the follow-up's good. We know all that is in the bag. And so now all we need to do is the offer. The offer, was a little bit too expensive. And so therefore we put the offer back on 4 weeks half price. And as we can see, the reservations have started coming in. We've already had 5 today on Monday as well. So I know that we will start creeping the occupancy up. So yes, we wanted to dial the revenue up. So we did revenue management, price increases, and then we realized that conversions wasn't hitting where we wanted to be. So then we brought an offer back in. And it's you alter one, you alter another. I find this absolutely fascinating. It's a wonderful, wonderful game. It's a wonderful game we're all playing. And that's exactly the best way to look at it. It's a game. It's a game. It's not life or death. It's a game. And it's an enjoyable game. Yeah, so store occupancy, getting back to it, 86.11%. We want it to be higher. And after this week, I'm sure it'll drop again. But then following weeks after that, we should have a good, solid end to August. And I want a very positive September as well. I want to get round about 90%. I'd love to get back to the 90% mark. The weekly average sales per move-in was £19.27. Don't forget, I always say the more move-ins you have, the less, the lower your average sales, because it just works out like that. There's a big reason why, but I don't think you guys are interested in hearing it right now. I think I've already said it anyway in past podcasts. Right, let's have a look. Average sold insurance this week was £4,375 is the average for for people coming in, new move-ins. So that means we sold £35,000 worth of insurance. Now, so square foot due in this next week is 535 square foot due in with 5 customers. And square foot due out this week is 935. Whoa. And including that, not including that, excluding this, we've already had an extra 100 square foot moved out, but with no notice as well today. So it's going to be over 1,000 square foot moved out at the minute. That's what we suspect. So another barren week, another hard week is looking. It's looking like it. However, got plenty of deal flow, plenty of quotes coming in. So yeah, I expect the rest of them to be good. Right, so let's have a look in terms of revenue. Wow, bounce direct debits is Stormore, £1,105.41. So at Stormore, we took £18,461.18. And at Beverley, we took £1,886.06. That means a total revenue for both sites was £20,347.24. Yes, it was. I always just try to check it just to make sure that that'll break. Right, what else is a revenue check? So true period revenue versus actual revenue. True period revenue is £44,476.37. Actual revenue is £41,564.70. So we're £2,911 down and 67 pence. Don't forget, last month we was massively in the green. So we'd expect maybe Stormore to be in the red this month. However, it's looking like it could be very, very close. So we always catch up towards the end of the month. Beverley, true period revenue is £7,485.18. And we've only taken, this is a little bit worrying at Beverley, only taken £5,556.06. So we're negative at Beverley, £1,929.12. When you compare how much we're taking true period revenue at Beverley and Stormore, it's a big old percentage, this negative gap. So I want to see that improve dramatically at Beverley. I'm sure it will do. That is it, my friends. Tomorrow's episode, it is a good one. Put a lot of time and effort into this one. So sounds like I don't normally do put a lot of time and effort into it. But yeah, a lot of time and effort. So enjoy, my friends. See you soon. Bye-bye.